allies. Friends and I allies.
Hey, what's up, YouTube? Hey, so today is a Saturday, and I was just going through some videos, and I thought this was a pretty interesting video to do. I saw it's kind of like a question on the, I guess in the gaming community. What's your favorite, I guess, like console to collect for games? You know, like what's your favorite games to collect for? Like what console? And so this is pretty much a tag response to that. And the question is, why do you like? Is like this your favorite like console to collect for? I'm gonna actually show 3 of my favorite to collect for. I'll show you the third, the second, and then my very first one that I love collecting for, and I'm gonna give a reason for each. So, alright, the first one, this might shock you. This is my third favorite to collect for. And the reason why, you know, this might shock you guys is because, I mean, this is the console that I've been collecting for, I guess, the most. Like, I've been more focused on this one than ever, and that is the Dreamcast. It's not my first favorite. The thing is with the Dreamcast, when it first released, I felt like that was like the last kind of like arcade-ish system that there was that pretty much released, and I really liked the games. So when I first started collecting them, it was mainly because they didn't have too many games in the library, and I figured, hey, you know what? This console's real sweet. The games, there's not that many of them. There's like only less than 250, and I can totally get the whole library, you know. And there's not really too many bad games for the console, anyways. You know, a lot of the reasons why I like collecting for certain consoles or games is pretty stupid reasons. I mean, I like the whole Dreamcast, like the white, you know, the white color, looking like a system on the side, you know, and just simple stuff. I mean, this is kind of like CD case, regular, you know, the cases aren't really spectacular or anything. That's one of the reasons why it's not one of my favorites, but it's my third favorite because I just like the games, you know. You know, they changed it up, made it to black, and there's really no other reasons why I like it. I like collecting for the Dreamcast. I mean, I pretty much have almost every game, you know. The games are real sweet. I really enjoy the games, and then, you know, just the colors and the types of games that they do have, you know, tons of fighters and all that. So, third one's the Dreamcast. Second one that I like collecting for. Now, I'm only showing you a couple of these games because I'm at school, so I don't have my collection with me. These are just games that I've purchased while I've been out here. And these have been in my pickups videos, but, you know, the second one I like collecting for is the Sega Saturn. To me, the Sega Saturn was like, I don't know the correct term for it, but it was that console that I didn't have as a kid that I wish I had. Like, you know, I was more of a PlayStation teenager, you know, so I pretty much I didn't really do anything with the Sega Saturn. I really liked the games, the kind of games that they had. They were really cool with the 2D fighters, with the side scrollers, with the like pixelated, you know, graphics and just all that type of stuff. The reason why I like collecting for the Sega Saturn is because they're just kind of hard to find, you know, especially if you find these in the wild, like in the thrift stores. It's just cool to find, you know, Sega Saturn games, especially in good condition, because these cases, they're kind of hard. I mean, they're kind of easy to break, you know, and they're hard to replace, honestly. You know, I mean, the booklets are humongous. I know PlayStation, you know, they started out with these big cases, but, you know, they started going to like regular Dreamcast, like, you know, regular CD cases. But, you know, once again, I just love the Sega Saturn, the logo, the whiteness of it, and just a lot of the games are just really hard to find, and the Sega Saturn just has some like really good games that just nobody really talks about, or nobody really knows about. They're just so underrated that it's amazing nobody really cares too much about it. But, you know, I just like the way they look on the shelf when you like display them, just because they're just humongous and they're just cool looking. So that's my second favorite. games to collect for. And then my first favorite, it's like Nintendo games, man. I love collecting Nintendo games, like box Nintendo games, not loose carts. You know, I've recently I've kind of stopped buying loose carts for Nintendo. I've just pretty much bought boxed ones. A lot of the reason why is because it's just old school cardboard, and the majority of Nintendo game artwork is just awesome. I just love the artwork, like Bubble Bobble. I mean, I love this artwork, and then I got, you know, Mario Brothers 3 with the yellow background and the huge Mario raccoon character, you know, and Spider-Man, like, and then not to mention that, like, the manuals, you know, they were really detailed, you know what I mean? They're, like, colorful. I don't know if you can really see all that, but they actually put time into the manuals. You know, and the games, a lot of the games, you know, sometimes they come with posters, brochures, you know, things like that. Nowadays, you know, the manuals for games are real thin, black and white, really don't even give you too much info. And half the time, like, they're in different languages, like French and, I don't know, German and... But I just like them because, I mean, first of all, they're kind of hard to find, especially cardboard. I mean, usually people, they would buy these games back in the day and just throw away the box because they were cardboard, you know? So it's kind of hard to find, and it's just cool having these. They kind of remind me of, like, mini comic books, you know? So the NES is by far my favorite games to collect for, boxed, and I love putting them in the shelves. I love putting them in the plastic NES box protectors. It's so tight, dude. They just look so cool on a shelf. They look little mini books, you know? So that's it, guys. Those are the 3 consoles I like collecting for the best. Dreamcast, Sega Saturn, and the NES. Yeah, so that was it. That was my tag response. So, yeah. Once again, thanks for watching. Peace.